Hey, how's it going, everybody? Jeff, back from the great state of Texas again with another cigar review. Today we got the Fratello Navetta. Now, all the information I have gathered on this cigar, let me see if I can get all this out and relay it to you properly. The Fratello Navetta, is blended by Omar de Frias. And Omar worked for NASA for a dozen years before he left to focus on his premium cigar company. And he decided to create this cigar, in recognition of NASA. And here's what he had to say. He said, I wanted to translate the ultimate celebration our men and women of the space program felt after a successful mission. After being a part of over 21 missions, nothing beats the feeling of getting our astronauts home safe to their families. And apparently these astronauts that went on these missions, when they made it home safely from a mission, would actually get together and celebrate with a really special cigar, along with the crew and everybody that was involved. So Omar decided to go ahead and blend one of these cigars. And now Fratello is the brand, Navetta is the name of this particular blend, and Navetta means shuttle in Italian. And there are 4 different sizes in this cigar. This is the torpedo, as you can tell. This is the Boxer Atlantis. I'm sure it's called the Boxer because, as you can see, guys, this is a box press cigar, which I really dig. And the Atlantis after the shuttle Atlantis. Each of the 4 sizes are named after a different shuttle. So we've got, I think there's the Discovery, the Challenger, and gosh, I can't remember the other one. Doesn't matter anyway. So anyway, that's kind of the background on this cigar. Now the guts. The wrapper is an Ecuadorian Oscuro. The binder is Dominican, and the fillers are Nicaraguan. And this cigar is made in the Joya de Nicaragua factory in Nicaragua. So, right there, automatically for me, Nicaragua, you sold me. I love my Nicaraguan tobacco and my Nicaraguan cigars. So I'm pretty excited to try this one out. And this is what caught my eye and made me get these things, guys. I got an email from a boutique dealer, Rodrigo Cigars, guys. Check him out. George from Rodrigo Cigars sent me an email on these guys. They had a special going, and I bought 5 of them and got a 6th one for free. But this band work is what really caught my eye. I was just like, whoa, I've never seen a diagonal band like that. So after I read the details on them as well, I decided I would check them out. So without any further delay, let's get the foot band off of this thing, right? So that we can get this thing cut up and start toasting on it, and then we can kind of tell you whether this will take us out of this world or not. Because, as I said, this cigar is made in recognition of the astronauts and their successful mission. So we'll see how good this thing is. If you haven't dealt with Rodrigo Cigars, you really should, because he's got some really nice cigars out there. The Leaf by Oscar, the 1502. Okay, we've got it cut. Okay. As you can see, it's a nice dark brown wrapper. That's why it's called Oscuro, because Oscuro in Spanish is dark. And so you can see this is a really dark wrapper here. You can see there's a couple of minimal veins and one tiny little spot right there, but that's all strictly aesthetics. It doesn't affect the performance of the cigar. Nice tight seams. Kind of squishy, but not really much there on the pack. Aromas on the wrapper. It's just kind of a minerally earth, if that makes any sense. Like earth loaded with minerals. Just got that kind of smell with maybe a little leather, faint leather there on the back side of it. Through the foot. Oh, it's really sweet. Not like really sweet, like overwhelming, but I mean it's sweet through the nose there. And kind of what I'm getting is chocolatey and fruity, kind of like a chocolate covered cherry kind of thing. It's a really sweet smell. The draw is perfect, and some roasted earthiness and some nuttiness right off the bat. But that's just on the pre-light. So sorry guys, I keep having to dig in my pocket to get all my tools. I should have already had these out knowing I was going to do a video. Alright, so let's toast this thing. This is actually the second one of these that I've had. The first one I had right off the truck. It was a pretty decent cigar. I didn't even think about making a review video. I just wanted to try one out. But these guys have had a little rest, so hopefully they've had time to kind of settle and mellow a little bit. And so we're going to get into this thing and tell you what we think, and I'll let you know whether you guys should look into some of these or not. Alrighty. Ooh, lots of smoke. Immediately everything is dark. This is going to be a full flavored cigar. There's some pepper tingle coming up immediately there after the draw. Carries through on the tongue and the palate. And there's some pepper flavor there too with some earth, dark earth. And maybe a little nuttiness there mixing in with that earth that turns into kind of that peppery thing there on the end. It's really nice. I like the flavors on this thing, so that's what we've got so far. I'm going to let it warm up, get a little bit into it, and let you know what we've got. Okay, here we are, barely into this thing, guys, but I just want to kind of update you. There's a whole lot going on with this cigar. Flavor-wise, there's quite a few things going on. The ones that I can really pick out, there's that pepper and that tingle, and it's kind of rising and falling throughout this thing. And then there's that nuttiness that I mentioned, and this whole thing, I would call it the core on this thing earthy. It's really earthy, but in the last few draws here on the draw, and then through the nose on the exhale was kind of a banana type thing. Not like, I don't mean that it tastes like taking a bite off a banana. You know, a lot of times when I say something about flavors, I say it's something that reminds you of, there's just like fruity sweetness that comes through the nose right off of the draw there, and it's kind of reminds you of banana, and then that pepper and that tingle come in, and then on the tail end of that, the nuttiness or the earth come in. So it's really nice, still burning, pretty straight and beautiful. So I'm going to get into this thing a little ways and come back to you. Okay guys, I'm back. You can see nice solid ash on this thing. Not burning perfect. I had to touch it up. I attribute that to my storage and not the cigar itself. Draw still perfect. Still plenty of smoke output on it. Flavors wise, the nuttiness has died out. The banana-iness, if that's a word, you know, the banana, this kind of has died out. It's faded out. Took on more of a leather characteristic there for a while, but it has started to wash out because this thing is ramped up in body and flavor, where it is a full flavored, high medium bodied cigar right now. So it's peppery, it's earthy, and now I'm getting what I was thinking at first was black coffee, but like on steroids, and I thought espresso. It's like the blackest, darkest roast black cup of coffee you could ever imagine that's on the finish. So there's little to no sweetness hardly anymore. This whole thing is really oily on the mouth and the lips. The flavors, the smoke really coats the tongue and the palate, so the flavors stick around for quite a while. What I'm trying to say is it's got a long finish on it, so that's another good thing about it. But this is a fuller flavored, fuller bodied cigars, so for you medium cigar smokers or mild cigar smokers, you might as well turn this review off and go find you a Connecticut wrapper or something. The rest of us are going to get into this thing and then come back Okay, back again at the band point. No change in the performance or the burn, and the flavors have just kind of pretty much switched over and stayed at that espresso, and there's some, and then that pepper that's been hanging around, and that banana type sweetness that I told you I was getting through the nose right after the draw has kind of switched over to a leather. That's kind of what I'm getting. So espresso through the draw, and then right after the draw you get that leather, and then the pepper kicks up. So this is again a darker, richer, more flavorful cigar for those of you who like them. And so right now I'm going to call this a medium to full, body and strength, and full flavored at best. I'm going to get past the band point and finish this thing up, guys. Okay, so here I am on the tail end of this Fratello Navetta Boxer Atlantis 6 1/4. I think I misspoke earlier and said 6, but 6 1/4 by 52 cigar. Performance has not changed. Keep in mind, especially with this particular cigar with the torpedo, the smaller the opening, as the tobaccos heat up, they will swell, so your draw will tighten up. But I find that if you just kind of roll it between your fingers, not super hard, but just minimal pressure, it really opens up the draw. Flavors wise, it stayed the same. It's that espresso is the main thing with that leather. It's just really brief, and the pepper, some nuttiness has come up in there, but it's quickly faded out. So at this point, it's a full flavored, full bodied, medium to full bodied strength cigar, and just dark, rich flavors. The foot smoke was really nice, really sweet and aromatic. It's just really nice. The other three sizes I have not had, but I can guarantee you that with 4 different sizes, there is a Fratello Navetta for any flavor profile out there. So look them up, check them out. You're going to spend probably $11 on one of these guys, but to me, it's well worth it. If you like the fuller flavored, fuller bodied, fuller strength cigars, check out the Fratello Navetta Atlantis. I really enjoyed this cigar. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. Drop me a line in the comments about why you didn't like this video, what I could do different. And then, you know what? After you do all that, go search for somebody else's videos. For the rest of y'all, thanks for sticking with me. Smoke them if you got them. I got to go mow now. God bless, and see y'all later.